Ladies and gentlemen, it's often said that success leaves clues. Yet, in many cases, there are hidden truths that successful people aren't eager to share with the world. Why? Because these truths, when understood, can change the trajectory of your life. They might even make you question everything you thought you knew about success. But today, I want to reveal those truths. Prepare yourselves, because what I'm about to share could be the key to unlocking your full potential. Successful people, by their very nature, are often discreet about certain habits, choices, and philosophies that have helped them reach the heights they've achieved. But once you understand these things, you will realize that success is not reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone who's willing to learn and grow. Successful people don't wake up one day with a sudden burst of success. It's the accumulation of small, consistent efforts over time. They understand that every day counts. They know that what you do today, right now, will shape your tomorrow. Success isn't a straight line. It's full of detours, setbacks, and challenges. What the successful know is that failure is not a signal to stop, it's a signal to grow. The successful don't fear failure. They embrace it because it's the teacher that helps them improve. Successful people know that where they are today is the result of the choices they've made up until now. They understand that success isn't about luck, it's about the decisions you make in every moment. The key is to make better choices and take ownership of your decisions. The successful don't waste time. They treat time like the precious resource it is. While others squander hours on trivial matters, successful people invest their time in personal development, networking, and strategic actions. They know that time, once gone, cannot be regained. Successful people have mentors, coaches, and a strong network around them. They understand the importance of surrounding themselves with those who challenge them, encourage them, and help them grow. They don't try to go it alone. They leverage the wisdom and support of others. Successful people know the power of having a clear vision. It's not just about personal achievement, it's about contributing something larger than themselves. They have a purpose that drives them, and it's this sense of purpose that fuels their commitment to success, even when times get tough. The successful have learned to control their thoughts. They know that the mind is either their greatest asset or their biggest obstacle. They choose to think positively, focus on solutions, and believe that they can achieve anything they set their mind to. They don't let negative thoughts control their destiny. Here's a big one. There's no such thing as free success. Successful people have made sacrifices that others aren't willing to make. Whether it's giving up leisure time, sleep, or comfort, they've made the tough decisions to keep moving forward. They understand that true success requires trade-offs. Success is not something that happens overnight. It's not an event, not a one-time breakthrough that catapults you to the top. Success is a daily habit, a series of small decisions and actions compounded over time that ultimately shape the outcome of your life. Most people are looking for that big moment, the breakthrough that will change everything. But what they fail to realize is that the true essence of success lies in the mundane, the routine, and the ordinary choices you make every single day. What separates successful people from those who are merely wishful thinkers is their understanding that success is built on consistency. It's not the grand gestures that lead to achievement, but the small, consistent actions that are often overlooked. Think about it. Successful people don't just work hard when they feel like it. They work hard every day, regardless of how they feel. They show up, do the work, and stay disciplined when the excitement wears off. And this is where most people fail. They give up too soon after the initial thrill fades. Success, then, is like planting seeds in the ground. You don't see the results immediately. In fact, it may take months or even years before you notice any significant growth. But if you consistently water those seeds, give them the right amount of care and attention, they will eventually bloom into something extraordinary. This is how success works. It's a long-term investment that requires patience, persistence, and commitment to the process. Think about the habits of successful people. They wake up early, they read, they work on themselves, they focus on improving their skills. They don't wait for motivation to strike, they create their own momentum by staying consistent. They know that the key to success is not doing something extraordinary once, but doing something ordinary consistently, day in and day out. Now consider this: if you made the commitment today to improve just 1% each day, by the end of the year, you would have improved by 365%. It's the power of compound growth. Those small, seemingly insignificant actions add up to something powerful over time. You won't notice the difference immediately, but looking back, you'll see how far you've come. So the real question is, are you willing to commit to the daily habits that will lead you to success? Are you willing to show up even when it's tough, even when you don't feel like it? Because success, my friends, isn't an event you can schedule or a milestone you can hit by chance. It's a journey that begins with what you do today and continues with what you do tomorrow and the day after that. Success is a daily habit, not an event. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. In fact, it's essential. Most people think that failure is something to avoid, something to be feared or ashamed of. But here's the truth: failure is a teacher, a guide that shows you the way forward. Every successful person has faced setbacks, made mistakes, and experienced failure. The difference is they didn't let failure define them, they let it refine them. You see, failure is not a dead end, it's a detour, a signpost that tells you where not to go. Every time you fail, you gain valuable information, you learn what doesn't work, what you need to adjust, and where you need to grow. Without failure, there would be no growth. If you never stumbled, you'd never develop the strength, resilience, and wisdom needed to succeed at a higher level. Look at the most successful individuals in the world. They have all faced failure in one form or another. It's a part of the process, a necessary part of the journey. But what sets them apart is their response to failure. They don't take it personally, they don't let it cripple them. Instead, they use it as a stepping stone, a lesson to be learned. They understand that failure is not permanent unless you let it be. You can always pick yourself up, adjust your approach, and keep going. Think about the most accomplished people you admire. They didn't become successful because they were afraid to fail. No, they became successful because they understood that failure wasn't a mark of incompetence, but an inevitable part of striving for greatness. They understood that failure is the proof that you're pushing your limits, trying new things, and stepping outside your comfort zone. Without it, there would be no progress. Every failure brings you closer to success because each failure teaches you something new about yourself and the world around you. If you've never failed, it probably means you've never taken a risk. If you've never faced adversity, you've never truly tested your potential. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the more you learn, the more you grow. So embrace failure. Don't shy away from it. See it for what it really is: a powerful feedback mechanism, a tool for growth, a stepping stone on the path to success. Understand that failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It's the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Every successful person has failed, and the key is not to avoid it, but to learn from it, to grow through it, and to keep moving forward. Remember, this failure is not permanent, but giving up is. Keep going, keep learning, and keep growing. Failure is not a roadblock, it's a part of the journey to success. Success is not something that happens by chance, it's the result of the choices you make every day. We all have the same 24 hours, but what we do with those hours, the decisions we make in those moments, ultimately determines the direction of our lives. Successful people understand this truth better than anyone. They know that their choices, big and small, are the building blocks of their future. Each day you are faced with hundreds of decisions. Some are minor, like what to eat for breakfast or how to spend your evening. Others are more significant, like how you manage your time, where you focus your energy, and what goals you commit to. But here's the key: no matter how small a decision may seem at the moment, it has the power to change the course of your life. A single decision made consistently over time can either propel you forward or keep you stuck where you are. The successful understand that the power of choice is something they control. They realize that no one else is responsible for their success, and no one else can determine their future, only they can. Too many people look outside themselves for the answer, blaming circumstances, people, or luck for their situation. But the truth is, what happens to you is often the result of the decisions you've made up until now. If you want a different life, it starts with making different choices. This is where most people fall short. They make decisions based on convenience, emotions, or immediate gratification. But successful people are intentional with their choices. They make decisions that align with their values, their vision, and their long-term goals. They don't make decisions based on how they feel in the moment, but on where they want to be in the future. It's about thinking beyond the immediate and looking at the bigger picture. Think about it. You choose how you react to challenges. You choose whether to be positive or negative in your outlook. You choose whether to keep pushing forward when things get tough or to quit when the going gets hard. And every time you make a choice, you're building your future, whether you realize it or not. It's not just about the big decisions, it's the small, everyday choices that add up over time. Successful people don't let life happen to them. They make life happen. They take responsibility for their choices, and they understand that each choice leads them closer to or further away from their goals. They know that they are in the driver's seat of their own lives. They understand that at the end of the day, the only thing that truly matters is the quality of the decisions you make. The good news is that this power is available to everyone. You don't have to wait for the perfect circumstances or the right moment. The moment is now. The power to change your life lies in the choices you make today and tomorrow and the next day. If you want something different, choose something different. Make the decision to take control of your life and commit to making choices that align with the success you desire. Because in the end, your life is nothing more than the sum of the choices you've made. Remember, the quality of your decisions will determine the quality of your life. And when you truly understand the power of choice, you will realize that the ball has always been in your court. Time is the one resource that no amount of money can buy back. It's the most valuable asset you possess, and yet too many people squander it without realizing its true worth. Successful people understand this on a deep level. They don't just manage time, they treat it with the utmost respect because they know that once it's gone forever. You can lose money and make it back. You can lose relationships and rebuild them. But you can never get back the time you waste today. Think about this. Every successful person you admire has the same 24 hours in a day as you do. They're not living in some secret time zone that gives them more hours. They simply understand the importance of making every minute count. The successful don't waste time on trivial things, on distractions, on the things that don't move them closer to their goals. They focus their energy on what truly matters. And here's the secret. They know the way you spend your time today shapes your future tomorrow. Time, when used wisely, is the foundation upon which everything else is built. If you want to become a better version of yourself, if you want to achieve something meaningful in your life, it all starts with how you use your time. Are you spending it on things that will pay off in the long run? Or are you just passing the time, hoping that success will come to you? The successful understand that time is a currency far more precious than money. They invest their time in learning, in growing, in developing skills that will serve them for years to come. They read, they study, they improve. And here's the key. They don't wait for the perfect moment to start. They start now with whatever time they have, because they understand that waiting only costs them more time. They've learned that time is an investment, and like any investment, the earlier you start, the more you'll reap. Another powerful truth successful people understand is that time is not just something to spend, it's something to guard. They guard their time like a treasure. They protect it from distractions, from negative influences, and from anything that doesn't add value to their lives. They don't allow other people's poor time management to drain their precious hours. They understand that saying no is sometimes the most important decision you can make. Saying no to unnecessary commitments and distractions is the way to say yes to your dreams. Every choice you make about how you spend your time is either an investment in your future or a withdrawal from your potential. Successful people choose their activities carefully, knowing that every hour is either helping them move closer to their goals or pushing them further away. They understand that success isn't about working harder or longer, it's about working smarter, using their time efficiently to do the things that matter most. Think about the way you spend your time. Are you spending it on activities that align with your goals? Are you focused on what truly matters, or are you allowing time to slip away in the hustle and bustle of life? If you want to change your life, change the way you use your time. Start investing it in things that will bring you closer to the person you want to become. Focus on the activities that will yield the greatest return, and don't waste time on the things that drain your energy or hold you back. In the end, time is the ultimate equalizer. It's the one thing we all have in the same amount, yet how we use it determines where we end up. Successful people don't take time for granted. They use it wisely with purpose and with intention. They understand that time is the most valuable asset they have, and they treat it accordingly. You can't change the past, but you have complete control over how you use your time from this moment forward. The question is, what will you do with it? Successful people understand something that many others overlook. They don't do it alone. They know that no matter how talented, driven, or capable you are, there comes a point when you need the support, wisdom, and perspective of others. They've learned that true success isn't a solo journey. It's built through collaboration, mentorship, and the power of a strong, supportive network. When you're trying to achieve something significant, whether it's in your career, personal life, or any other pursuit, you can't do it all on your own. The people who succeed know this, and they actively seek out those who can help them grow, challenge them, and push them further. They understand that it's not about being self-sufficient or trying to prove you can do everything by yourself. It's about recognizing the value in others and learning from them. Think about any successful individual you admire. You'll find that they didn't get there by sheer willpower alone. They had mentors who guided them, friends who supported them, colleagues who collaborated with them, and a community that helped them along the way. The successful person doesn't try to be a jack of all trades. They leverage the strengths, expertise, and experiences of others to move faster and smarter. They understand that their weaknesses can be compensated by others' strengths, and this is the essence of building a strong team. But it's not just about having the right people around you. It's also about being willing to learn from them. Successful people are humble enough to admit that they don't know everything. They actively seek out people who are ahead of them, who have walked the path before and can offer guidance. They are constantly learning, and they know that learning doesn't just come from books or courses, it comes from real-life conversations, advice, and insights shared by others. And let's not forget about the importance of giving back. Successful people don't just take from their networks, they also contribute. They share their knowledge, offer their help, and support others in their journeys. They understand that success isn't a zero-sum game. By helping others succeed, you elevate yourself too. It's a cycle that perpetuates growth and prosperity for everyone involved. They realize that the more they give, the more they receive, and that by building up others, they are, in turn, building themselves up. Another important truth is that success requires a community of like-minded individuals. You need people who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to keep going when things get tough. The successful surround themselves with individuals who raise their standards, who push them to be better, and who remind them of their potential when doubt creeps in. They choose their circle wisely, understanding that the people you spend time with influence the direction of your life. In the end, doing it alone is not the path to greatness. Success is not about solitary effort, it's about building relationships, collaborating with others, and learning from the collective wisdom of those around you. The successful know that they are part of something bigger than themselves. They embrace the power of connection and realize that they can go much further when they have the right people by their side. So take a step back and ask yourself, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they helping you grow, or are they holding you back? If you want to go far, go together. The road to success is paved with relationships, collaboration, and mutual support. Successful people don't just work for the sake of working. They don't wake up every day simply to check things off a to-do list or to make it through another day. No, they have a vision and overarching purpose that's bigger than themselves. It's a clear, compelling picture of what they want to achieve and the impact they want to have. This vision drives everything they do. It's their guiding light, their North Star, and it keeps them focused on the big picture, even when the day-to-day gets tough. You see, without a vision, life becomes reactive. You end up responding to what's happening around you instead of creating the life you want. But when you have a vision, you have direction. You wake up every day with a sense of purpose, knowing exactly why you're doing what you're doing. The successful people don't just focus on their own success, they focus on something bigger, a cause, a legacy, a way to make a difference. This vision gives them clarity and strength, especially when times are hard. Everyone encounters obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But when you have a vision bigger than yourself, you push through the challenges because your why is more powerful than the problems you face. It's not just about you anymore, it's about what you want to contribute to the world, how you want to help others, or what kind of legacy you want to leave behind. When you connect your daily actions to a larger purpose, it becomes easier to keep moving forward, even when things get difficult. The successful also understand that their vision isn't something that just happens by accident. It's something they've carefully crafted and refined. They know that their vision must be crystal clear and deeply meaningful. It's not vague or abstract, it's specific, bold, and actionable. It's something that excites them and pulls them forward every day. And it's something that they are willing to work relentlessly toward, even when others don't understand it or when it seems impossible. A vision bigger than yourself also helps you make decisions. It's the filter through which you evaluate your options. Should you take this opportunity? Should you spend your time in this way? If it aligns with your vision, the answer is yes. If it doesn't, then no matter how appealing it may seem in the moment, you let it go. Successful people don't waste time or energy on things that don't move them closer to their vision. They stay focused, knowing that every choice is either helping them get closer to their goal or taking them further away. But there's more. A vision bigger than yourself doesn't just impact your own life, it impacts the lives of others. Successful people don't just look at their goals in isolation. They think about the ripple effect of their actions. How will what they do today help others tomorrow? How will their work, their mission, their vision change the lives of people around them, or even future generations? The best leaders, the most successful individuals, are driven by something beyond their own desires. They want to serve, to contribute, to make the world a better place. Their vision extends beyond personal gain. It's about making a meaningful impact. This is why having a vision is so powerful. It's the fuel that powers every action, every decision, every hour spent working toward a goal. When you have a vision that's bigger than yourself, you're not just chasing success, you're chasing significance. You're working towards something that will outlast you, something that will leave a legacy for others to follow. You're not just building a career or a business, you're building a future. At the end of the day, success isn't about reaching some arbitrary destination, it's about the journey and the impact you have along the way. And when you have a vision bigger than yourself, your journey becomes not just a path to personal achievement, but a mission to create something lasting, something that makes a difference. So ask yourself, what's your vision? What is it that you want to achieve? And how will it serve others? When you connect your daily efforts to something bigger than yourself, that's when true success begins. Successful people understand that the key to achievement lies not in external circumstances, but in their own mindset. They have mastered the art of controlling their thoughts, emotions, and reactions. They know that the way they think about themselves, their goals, and the world around them shapes everything that happens in their lives. It's not the challenges they face that define them, but the way they choose to respond to those challenges. They've learned that if you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. The successful understand that their thoughts are incredibly powerful. They are the seeds from which their actions grow. If you have negative thoughts, you will take negative actions, and that will produce negative results. But when you cultivate positive, empowering thoughts, you take actions that lead to growth, success, and fulfillment. It's not just about being optimistic, it's about consciously choosing thoughts that support your vision and your goals. Every day, successful people feed their minds with thoughts that lift them up and move them forward. One of the most powerful things the successful do is guard their mindset. They are extremely mindful of what they allow into their minds, whether it's the people they associate with, the information they consume, or the self-talk they engage in. They protect themselves from negativity, limiting beliefs, and anything that might derail their focus or reduce their confidence. They know that their mindset is fragile, and it's their responsibility to nurture it. They make it a point to surround themselves with people who inspire them, who challenge them to think bigger and act bolder. They feed their minds with positive, empowering content, books, podcasts, seminars, and conversations that challenge their thinking and broaden their perspective. Successful people also understand that failure is part of the journey, and they don't let setbacks shake their confidence or destroy their mindset. They see failure as feedback, not as a reflection of their worth or ability. When things don't go as planned, they don't wallow in self-pity or get discouraged. Instead, they take responsibility, learn from the experience, and adjust their approach. They understand that every failure is just a step toward greater success, and that their mindset, more than anything, will determine how quickly they recover and keep moving forward. They also practice discipline in their thinking. They know that it's easy to let negative thoughts take root, especially when things aren't going well. But the successful make it a habit to replace those thoughts with more constructive ones. They have a toolkit of positive affirmations, reframing techniques, and mental exercises that help them shift their mindset back to a place of power. They know that their thoughts create their reality, so they make it a point to direct their thoughts toward what they want, not what they fear. Successful people also know the importance of consistency when it comes to mindset. It's not something you can master once and then forget about. Just like physical fitness, mental fitness requires regular practice. Every day they work on strengthening their mindset. They meditate, they practice gratitude, they focus on what they can control, and they train their minds to remain calm, confident, and optimistic, regardless of the external circumstances. They don't wait for a good day to have a good attitude. They choose to make every day a good day through the power of their thoughts. At the core of mastering their mindset, successful people believe in their own potential. They trust themselves. They believe that they can figure things out, and they approach every situation with the confidence that they have the ability to succeed. This self-belief isn't about arrogance. It's about knowing that they are capable of achieving greatness. They understand that no matter where they start or how many obstacles they face, their mindset will determine how far they go. Ultimately, mastering your mindset is the most important skill you can develop. It's the foundation of everything else you do. When you control your thoughts, you control your actions. When you control your actions, you control your results. The successful know that their mindset is their greatest asset, and they treat it with the care and attention it deserves. They know that the only limits that exist are the ones they place on themselves, and they refuse to let anything, whether it's their own doubts or the opinions of others, hold them back from reaching their full potential. If you want to achieve success, you must begin by mastering your mindset. Start by feeding your mind with positive, empowering thoughts. Guard your mind from negativity, take responsibility for your thoughts, and choose to think in ways that support your dreams. The more you work on your mindset, the more you'll see that success isn't a matter of luck, timing, or talent. It's a matter of the thoughts you choose to believe and the actions you take because of them. Your mindset is the foundation upon which your success is built. It's time to take control of it and use it to build the life you deserve. Success is not something that comes freely or without effort. It's not handed to you on a silver platter and it doesn't appear overnight. Success requires sacrifice. It demands that you give up certain things, both in the short term and sometimes in the long term, in order to achieve something greater. The truth is, if you want to build a life of success, you have to be willing to make hard choices and let go of things that hold you back. Let's be clear, sacrifice is not about giving up everything you love or depriving yourself of happiness. It's about making conscious decisions that prioritize your long-term goals over short-term pleasures. It's about understanding that what you choose to do today will shape your future. Successful people have learned that in order to move forward, they must give up things that do not serve their higher purpose. This may mean sacrificing time, comfort, or even relationships that don't align with their vision for the future. Think about this when you decide to pursue a big goal. The road is not always smooth. There will be moments when you must say no to distractions, no to instant gratification, and yes to doing the work that's necessary, even when it's uncomfortable. It's easy to say yes to the things that are fun or easy, but success requires you to say no to things that might seem appealing in the moment, but aren't in line with your ultimate objectives. For instance, success often means giving up leisure time. If you want to build a successful business, you may have to give up nights out with friends or time spent watching TV in order to invest in the work that will lead to your goals. It may mean sacrificing sleep to get up early and put in the extra hours, or saying no to social events that pull you away from your focus. The sacrifice isn't just in your time, it's in your priorities. You have to be willing to give up what feels good now for what will serve you in the future. But sacrifice isn't only about time and activities, it can also mean sacrificing comfort. Building anything worthwhile requires a degree of discomfort. It's about pushing yourself beyond your limits, doing things you're not used to, stepping into uncertainty, and dealing with failure. When you step outside your comfort zone, you're forced to grow. And growth often feels like sacrifice because you're giving up the familiar for the unknown. But without that stretch, you can't expect to achieve extraordinary things. Sacrifice can also come in the form of relationships. As you pursue big goals, there will inevitably be people who don't understand your journey, or who perhaps try to pull you back into old habits and mindsets. Successful people often have to make tough decisions about who they spend time with. They don't abandon people, but they learn to set boundaries and recognize that certain relationships may be draining their energy rather than supporting their vision. Sometimes you have to let go of old influences that no longer serve your purpose in order to make room for new, more empowering relationships. But here's the key: sacrifice isn't permanent. The sacrifices you make today are investments in your future. You may give up time now, but you'll have more freedom down the road. You may give up comfort in the short term, but you'll develop the strength and resilience you need to handle whatever comes your way. You may lose certain relationships, but you'll also create stronger, more aligned connections with people who share your vision. Success isn't free, it requires paying the price up front. And that price is not just about time or money, it's about your willingness to let go of what's familiar and comfortable in order to grow and achieve something bigger than yourself. It's about being disciplined enough to do what's necessary, even when it's hard. The sacrifices you make today are the seeds for the rewards you'll reap tomorrow. The successful understand this truth. They don't expect to have it all, they know they have to give something up to get something. The moment you realize that success doesn't come without sacrifice is the moment you stop feeling sorry for yourself when things get tough. You accept the hard work and the discomfort as part of the process. You understand that no one achieves greatness without giving something up along the way. Remember, success requires sacrifice, but the sacrifices you make today will pay off tomorrow. The price you pay now will bring you the rewards you desire in the future. Keep your eyes on your vision, stay committed to your goals, and make the sacrifices necessary to get there. The life you want is on the other side of the choices you make today.